In this video, I am going to explain theoretical verification of k plus u is equal to constant for a freely falling body. Let us consider a body which is at height h from the ground at point A, and we are holding that object at point A. So at point A, when we hold the object, its initial velocity is 0. Since initial velocity is 0, kinetic energy is 0. The height from the ground is h. So we can say potential energy or U is equal to mgh. So now the total energy, which is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy, is 0 plus mgh. Total energy becomes mgh. Okay, so at point A, kinetic energy is 0, potential energy is mgh, and the total energy is mgh. Now if we allow this object to fall freely under the effect of gravity, after covering distance x, it reaches to point B, and at that time its velocity, let us say, becomes v1. So at point B, if we analyze the situation, at point B, the height of the object from the ground is h minus x, and since the height is h minus x, we can find out the potential energy as mg h minus x. This is mgh minus mgx. So here you can see that the potential energy decreases from initial value, that is mgh, to mgh minus mgx. So we can say mgx is the amount, mgx is the value by which the potential energy decreases. But where does that decreased potential energy go? It is not lost, it is converted. Into which form? It is converted into kinetic energy. Alright, so initial kinetic energy was 0. So now the kinetic energy at point B must become how much? mgx. Let us prove that. Kinetic energy is equal to half m v square, or half m v1 square at point B, because we have considered velocity v1 at point B. But we know that v1 square is equal to u square plus 2as. Initial velocity is 0, so v1 square is equal to 0 plus 2. As it is falling down, acceleration becomes acceleration due to gravity, g, displacement is x. So v1 square is equal to 2gx. If we substitute this value of v1 square in k formula, k is equal to half m 2gx. So kinetic energy becomes mgx. Okay, so notice here that whatever is a change in the potential energy, decrement in the potential energy is by how much? mgx. Same is the gain in the kinetic energy at point B. And now if I add this kinetic energy and potential energy to find out the total energy, k plus u, we get mgx plus mgh minus mgx, and hence we get total energy is equal to mgh. So notice that total energy at point A was mgh, total energy at point B still remains mgh, and whatever is the decrement in the potential energy mgx, the same is the gain in the kinetic energy mgx. Now this object keeps moving down, and when it reaches to the ground, or when it is at a point just above the ground, that is at point C, what is its kinetic energy and potential energy? Let us calculate. So at point C, the height of that object from the ground is negligible, or we can say height of the object from the ground is 0. So potential energy also becomes 0. Alright, kinetic energy is equal to half m v square, half m v square. But again, we know that v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now if we consider A as the initial point and C as the final point, since A is considered as the initial point, u is 0 at point A, so u is equal to 0, so velocity square here becomes 2as. But we can say v square is equal to 2, acceleration is acceleration due to gravity, so g, and s. What is the distance that the object has covered from point A to point C? That is h. So s is equal to h. Right, now v square is equal to 2gh. If we substitute this value in k, k is equal to half m Instead of V square we write 2gh, 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we get K is equal to mgh. So kinetic energy at point C becomes mgh and potential energy becomes 0. So total energy is equal to K plus U, that is mgh plus 0. So total energy is equal to mgh. So at point A, point B or point C, the total energy remains constant, that is mgh. Okay, but if you see at point A, potential energy was maximum and kinetic energy was 0. Now at point C, kinetic energy becomes maximum, that is mgh, and the potential energy becomes 0. So this proves the law of energy conservation, which says energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be, energy can only be transferred from one form to the other form. Okay, and that is what exactly we proved here for the freely falling body. Potential energy at maximum height is equal to kinetic energy on the ground. Okay, kinetic energy on the ground. Thank you.
Please like, share and subscribe to my channel.